So guys, Terence Bud Crawford wants the unification fights with Errol Spence, Sean Porter, and the Keith Thurman. And he also wants to fight Pacquiao. However, the problem is with Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is with Bob Arum, Top Rank. And those guys are on the other side of the street. And Terence Crawford is not going to get these big fights unless he's cuts way with Bob Arum, or Bob Arum is willing to pay huge amounts of money to those guys. And I'm not talking pence change. And even then, I don't think he gets those fights, because I think Al Heyman would block it. Al Heyman has already shown in the Wilder Joshua situation that he will block things, And I'll make a separate video about that, because I do think Al Heyman is blocking guys. But listen, I feel that Terence Crawford wants these big fights. He wants them because he's desperate. There isn't anybody for him to fight. They fought Amir Khan last because they knew that Amir Khan was a big name, and they could have a big fight with Amir Khan's name. The problem is they're running out of people that they can fight. There's not many big names out there. And the only big names that Terence Crawford can fight are with PBC. And PBC and Al Heyman know that. And Top Rank have no choice. So Top Rank have either got two things. Either Terence Crawford can either cut his ways with Bob Arum eventually, in order to get these big fights. Or Bob Arum's going to have to put on ridiculous money on the table. And even then, there's no guarantee, because Al Heyman may block it. So listen, Terence Crawford is in a very, very bad situation in the welterweight division, because Top Rank haven't got any welterweights. Yeah, Bob Arum keeps saying, yeah, there's this Spanish fighters and there's these fighters, European fighters, great. Listen, the best fighters are with PBC. Irrespective, you can put Danny Garcia down, you can put Sean Porter down and say they're not elite, you can put Keith Thurman down and say they're not elite. That's what Bob Arum's been doing. However, they're the ones that are going to make Terence Crawford the big money, the big fights. They're the ones that are going to transcend Terence Crawford into a huge star. Fighting these European guys and these guys that with no names ain't going to make Terence Crawford a big star, whether Bob Arum likes it or not. He's going to have to fight the other killers of the division. Whether Bob Arum thinks that they're competitive fights for Crawford or not, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. But I'm telling you right now that Terence Crawford v Danny Garcia is a big fight. Terence Crawford v Keith Thurman's a big fight. And Terence Crawford v Errol Spence, obviously we know, is a humongous fight. Terence Crawford v Manny Pacquiao is a big, big fight. That was a fight that we thought would happen. Now, Bob Arum said he blocked that fight. I don't know whether he blocked that fight. It was just a case that Manny Pacquiao wanted too much money, or he wanted 20 million, which is not too much money. It's probably what he gets usually. But, Terence Crawford wasn't able to... Terence Crawford, the fight couldn't generate that kind of revenue. Now, Terence Crawford, would you say he'd be the A side against Manny Pacquiao? I don't know. You see, they've got an ego, Crawford in his camp, but he may have to take the short end of the stick, Crawford, if he wants these big fights. Crawford's in a situation where he may have to pay the other guys huge money and take less. Now, we know with Amir Khan, apparently Crawford got paid less. We know that Amir Khan got paid $5 million and Crawford got paid, what, $3 million? So Crawford got paid less. So what does that say about Terence Crawford? It says that he's not really a draw. He's not really a draw. And it's going to be difficult for someone like Terence Crawford because, like I said, he's with the wrong team in the division that he's operating in. He's with the wrong team, and unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get those big fights. He needs those big fights in order to get that crossover appeal, because until he fights the Thurmans, the Pacquiaos, the Spences, the Porters, he's not going to get the recognition in the welterweight division. We know Crawford's an exceptional fighter, but he needs to fight the elite guys of the division, and the elite guys are who we mentioned. So it's going to be difficult for Crawford, because it doesn't look like those guys are that interested or care that much in the Crawford fight. They know that they can fight amongst each other. And it looks like it's going to happen because Pacquiao's going to fight Thurman. It looks like Porter's about to fight Spence. So really, the only other guy that's left is Danny Garcia. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But what do you guys make of Terence Crawford wanting fights with Pacquiao, Thurman, Spence, Porter? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.